The frequency number on Facebook ads is a number that a lot of people look at and say, oh my gosh, I need to create new ads. My audience is too fatigued. They're being hammered with these ads too much, so I need to create new ads. Now, let's just do a quick recap. The frequency is simply the number of impressions divided by the reach, or the number of times that a unique person sees the ad. So in this case here, the reach was 45,662. That's how many unique people seen the ad, or seen an ad in this ad set or campaign, or a unique ad if you're at the ad level. But that's how many people seen whatever we're looking at. So 45,662 people were exposed to this ad set over the last 30 days, and it made 91,183 impressions. So that's nearly a frequency of 2.0, right? So everybody has seen these ads 2 times in the last 30 days. And some people might look at that and say, wow, twice? I need to create new ads. I need to update my content, or I'm going to suffer from ad fatigue. Well, will you really? Well, I'm going to show you a little case study here from this ad set. So let me talk a little bit further about it. This ad set in this campaign was a campaign that I set up almost a year ago, probably would have been in about March of 2020. We're now in early February 2021. And I set it up for a friend of mine in his local business. It's got a small audience. We let it run at $50 a day. We're at nearly $15,000 now. And it has been totally unfreaking changed. We have not created any new ads. We have not edited anything. And it's really just running to a very small audience. So if we were to click on this here and click edit, you'll see that our potential reach right here is 220,000 people. That's it. That's a pretty small audience. When a lot of people are running ads to millions and millions of people. I know for some of my other businesses, I run ads that are to audiences above 10 million people or higher. In fact, in one of my businesses, I will not run an ad set to an audience of less than 10 million people. Anyways, 220,000 people is pretty small, and we have freaking hammered them over the last year with no changes. So let me just toggle this here to lifetime, and boom, what you can see right here is it has made a frequency of 5.4 per person, and there's not a ton of ads in here. If we go down to the ad level, there's 6 ads, not even 6, there's 5 ads in here, and the average person has seen our ads 5.4 times. You can see the frequency per ad right here, right? So what's interesting about this whole thing is that the performance still keeps performing incredibly well. I don't see any signs that we are saturating or fatiguing the audience at all. And let me just show you this. So let's look at the numbers. This was for a lead generation campaign here, and over its entire lifetime, cost per result, $24.86. All right, that's the cost per result, 595 of those leads, 595 results. If we go to the last 30 days, we'll see cost per result of $31.26. So it's roughly about 20% higher than the lifetime average. So you could say it's gone up, but if you know the business, this is a seasonal business, and right now in February, this is the slow season. So possibly we're just seeing some slower demand, and that would be my intuition and my experience based on years, and I'm talking several years of running campaigns for these types of businesses. We're just in the slow season right now, and this number will ultimately come down as we get into kind of the end of March, April, kind of late spring and through the summers, when this service, an exterior home service, really does well. But the big thing to take away that I take away from this is that frequency isn't really a problem, even at 5.4. So if you're looking at your ads and you've got a frequency of like 2, 3, keep this in mind. Even at a 5.4 frequency, I don't feel that we're suffering from any audience saturation here. So what has been your experience with it? Where's your threshold at in frequency? Are you going to stick with just changing it at 2, or are you going to wait until it gets higher, as you've seen from my example, my case study here, 5.4? Let me know in the comments below. Personally, after reviewing this, I'm going to just make less changes. And if you follow any of my videos, you know that is my trend. The fewer changes you make to Facebook ads when you set up an offer to an audience, the fewer changes you make, the better you do. This campaign here has been running for several months, and it's largely been forgotten about, and it is doing incredibly well. Better than I think most people would do with this type of ad or any type of campaign over duration of time. So keep those two things in mind. Number one, frequency, it can go higher. And number two, the fewer changes you make to your Facebook ads, the better they tend to do. That's a wrap on this video, guys. I hope you found it insightful. I'm signing off on this one.